How come every time I go live, I get a frog in my throat. What is up, everybody? How's it going? Yeah, coming to you live from the city of Paris. Vitamin C, very good. Come on. So this is the deal. I think I've hit the jackpot because Facebook, YouTube. I woke up this morning and then looked at my Gmail. I was like, "Hi, we've just pulled your video for no reason. We're not gonna like ask you why or tell you why. It says that you have violated our community standards. What's that? Not being a butt kisser? I'm not a butt kisser. Okay, so here is the thing that's so hilarious. Unlike people like Brian Rose and Joe Rogan, who basically um, built a career on YouTube. Right? There's some people that um, if you're any type of business person, you don't put all your eggs in one basket. But some people do, and they find themselves in a situation that YouTube gets all tough guy with them, and they're like, oh my god. So let's go through, shall we? What the evil thing that I bring to the table. All right. So this is my artwork. This is what I'm doing. The French have a glorious tradition of creating work that is blows people's minds and makes everybody go mental. So we have this new age today, this bored ape phenomenon that happened. This is basically an algorithm where you have this ape and then you have all of these different components. You press mint. I'm going to mint the ape, and then you get yourself a bored ape, baby. You get yourself a bored ape in the house. And so I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing with President Macron, and this is what I said in the YouTube thing. I said that the whole you see this in the Canada truckers. You see this with Dr. Malone, Peter McCullough, Steve Kirsch. You go on and on and on. There's all types of people. There's all types of experts. There's all types of movements against the traditional vaccine narrative. I'm not even saying that my opinion, because I agree with this counter-vaccine narrative. I'm not even saying that I'm correct. I'm saying that it's there. And I remember Frank Zappa had wrote a song called Jewish Princess. It was hilarious, this song, Jewish Princess. And the Jewish community went absolutely mental over this song, saying he was anti-Semitic. And he says, no, I'm not anti-Semitic. He says, unlike the Yeti or the UFOs, the Jewish princess exists, and it's my privilege and right as an artist to immortalize her in song. Right? That was his position. And remember that they were saying, yeah, all of the minds, rock and roll is making kids kill themselves. They had all of those ridiculous with Tipper Gore, right? And so Frank Zappa was up there saying, screw you with all of your crybaby garbage. We're artists. We can do what we want. And so there has been a court case after court case, precedent after precedent that gives artists a voice, because as an artist, you're not positioning yourself as an expert. You're positioning yourself as a commentator. And so I was here with my canvas talking about this this counter vaccine narrative, and like the Jewish princess, and unlike the UFO, and unlike the Yeti, like the Jewish princess, the anti-vaccine narrative exists, and have I as an artist have the right and the privilege. Talk about white privilege. I have the artistic privilege to immortalize it on canvas and in song as I see fit. So this is my response to you, YouTube. You are completely 1000% out of line, censoring my artistic expression. Are you blind or stupid? You didn't see the canvas up there? Anyways, so they have no point. Okay, so they terminate the account. I can open up another account, or I can just go to Rumble. Come on, or BitChute, or Odyssey, or a host of other platforms out there. There's actually platforms out there that you're gonna get paid for uh, uh, um, what you do, and so this is an awesome thing because it's helping me diversify. I think I'm going to definitely move my efforts to Odyssey because they're more crypto oriented than old lady YouTube. Old lady YouTube. Anyways, so this is my my art offering. I'm gonna see the Bored Ape, right? You see the Bored Ape, the position that this Bored Ape is in, right? You see that 3/4 turn? Well, I'm taking Macron. He's trying to be a cool guy, He's stiffing a hot dog in his mouth like this freaking idiot. So I'm gonna take this body, right? And I'm gonna stick that body and that dude. I did stick that body and that dude, and I came up with this. Come on, let's give it a round of applause. Isn't that beautiful? He positions himself to be like this um just this tough guy when he's just this Angela Merkel butt kissing little wannabe. Anyways, so you see that? Isn't that beautiful? So he is going to be, because what will happen to me with my daughter, right? She's pulled out of school. They were trying to make her wear the mask all the time, and I because of all the restrictions, I wasn't able to take her on a summer vacation last year. It was a vulgar expression of power, in my opinion, and by legal precedent, and by common law, and by everything that is everything in this world, we have that right to have our opinion. I can say it's vulgar, and as an artist, I can create artwork that is in response to the vulgarity that I believe that I was that I was a party to. Whether it's come on. Anyways, look at this. Watch. So he's going to be having every type of object. There's going to be a kid-friendly version where it's going to be like bananas and cucumbers, and all kinds of fun stuff, right? Whatever we could think of, Tootsie Rolls. And then there's going to be a vulgar version, an X-rated version, an XXX nifty, I think, or whatever, where he's going to have all kinds of male members, naughty bits of every shape and size and color. And so my position is, look at this. Look how beautiful this is. Okay. So can you imagine, so, right? So just right there. And so I'm going to read you the letter. So YouTube took down look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So YouTube took down my last video explaining my art, right? So let me pull up this this letter, and they're like, where are they? YouTube, where are you? YouTube removed your content. Oh, isn't that wonderful? Hi, classical artist painting method for executives. Art too. And so I just basically said on the last video what I told you. And so our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our medical misinformation policy. How can it be medical information, you idiots, when I'm coming as an artist with a painting telling my giving homage to the truckers and the doctors and all the people who are taking a position against the narrative that's here today. I have a right as an artist to do that. The NFT drop of shame. We know that this might be disappointing. No, it's not disappointing. It's a badge of honor. But it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place for all. How is me expressing my artwork a dangerous place? That's Gestapo territory, people. That's Gestapo territory. Yes, you heard it. Here first. Okay. YouTube does not allow content that spreads medical misinformation. The fact that the people in the are creating trucker convoys around the world against the vaccine narrative is not the spread of medical misinformation. It's a fact that is happening right now, and I am going to immortalize this dissatisfaction of the current narrative in my painting, in my NFT drop. And you can kick my effing videos off of YouTube all you want. It's not going to stop me from dropping the NFT of shame. The NFT of shame. So this purveyor of tyranny will go down in history. Will go down in history as a tyrant, as a buffoon, as a wannabe tyrant. He doesn't have the gonads to be a tyrant. As a wannabe tyrant, as a buffoon, as a lackey. All right, for eternity. This is going to be in the blockchain. All right, there's nothing you can do that's going to stop that. You can take away. In fact, you're putting more fuel on the fire. YouTube does not allow content that spreads medical misinformation that contradicts local health authorities. I'm not contradicting local health authorities. I am pointing to the current events. That is not spreading medical misinformation. It's pointing to facts that are happening right now. How this affects your channel. It's the first time. This is just a warning. If it happens again, your channel will get a strike, and you won't be doing things like upload, post, or live stream for a week. I can upload and post wherever I want, anywhere I want. You bunch of goofballs. You're not the end all be all. You're kind of like a joke. There's so many other platforms out there. In fact, because of this, I'm now going to look into streaming to other platforms and see what it takes through StreamYard. All right, and so this is going to. I'm now going to teach people who have received this type of censorship, other artists that have received this type of censorship, easy for me to say. And so that's what we're going to be doing. There was my laughs. All right, I gotta have my stuff together. Okay, so here we are. So now, okay, look how beautiful that is. And so now here we are. Oh, is this too much for YouTube? Oh, the horror, the art. And so now I'm gonna go on a tear here, and I'm gonna like paint like a madman because YouTube thinks they want to throw down the gauntlet. Okay, man, you know you're a tough guy. Whatever, a bunch of tough guys over there. Filthy on vocals and lyrics. Let's give it up. Okay. So here we are with the lovely palette cam. Let's give it up for the palette cam. Come on. Okay, so right here, the classical artist painting method for executives. Right? So it's the weekend. You've mixed your colors. You don't know what to do. You just put some saran wrap or you put some cooking paper over this and you're all ready to go. If you want, if you're neurotic, oops, spilling everything. I like to use wax paper because then I can just, you know, kind of go like that. Will I ever be prepared for one of these broadcasts? You always go from light to dark. Light into the dark, just easier that way. Okay. Mixy, mixy. Alrighty, rocking and rolling. Come on, everybody. Are we rocking and rolling? I know he is. Okay, so once again, this is the method. This is the classical artist painting method for executives, for people that have worked hard in their life. Now and who are now being taken for granted by their grandkids or their kids, like we all tend to have a tendency to happen, you know. Okay, so once again, we've got our pentatonic scale from low tone to light tone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 for good luck. Come on, you have to. And so I keep 1 for the mids, 1 for the light tones. Can you even see that? Oh, okay. Let me change my killer. There we go. Now I can see everything. Come on. One for the light tones. Oops. See that? So that's how we roll. And so here we are. Now what did I just do? I just hit this. I think I just hit my, you know, I kind of these things. Do 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 do. Just a quick adjustment. Listen to the music. How's that? Can we take this out? Sorry, people. All right. That's good enough. Anyways, the point is, we're sight sized, okay? So we have these lines going like this. And see how these lines sort of match up? And so this is the block out. We rocked out with the block out. And we're keeping the grid lines because that's what we like to do. And now we're going to go. Yeah, 20% reduction, people. Come on. Now, where is my special? I am so happy with this. My special cam. Okay, so we can see. So I recommend. Let's see. Let me find that rag that's not completely horrific. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. We got our paper towels. Wipe up any intermediate stuff. And then we got our so now what we're going to do, how's that looking? Is that too crazy looking down there? There we go. That looks a little bit better. So yeah, so just I don't use any medium until the very end because it seems to dry quicker with the white spirit. So let's kind of jump in here in the middle. Let's kind of do our squinted thingy. And so what we see some dark, we see some light tones here, some mid, some sort of right. This is nice and white. We want to keep those shapes. Do I paint to the anyways? So we don't want to think a lot. We just want to sort of get in there and not block the camera with our hand. So because we've sort of secured the perimeter before, we can kind of, right? So that's a nice mid tone, and then right around that mid tone. So I got my my brushes, just like I hold them right there in my hand, right? Or you can keep them in a jar, whatever it is that you feel. All right, and so it's going to take you a few minutes. Your brush is going to have a sweet spot. Look at that third. Oh, isn't that cool? I'm loving my third camera, man. Let's give it up for the third camera. All right. You see what I'm saying? Close your eyes and make shapes. So we got some skin tone coming in here, but we think we need a lighter tone. And so we can do mixing, right? You bring it out. You can bring your mix out into there. See how cool that is? So we're bringing the mix out into there. Boom, boom, boom. We even need more. So then you take, right? If you've got the wrong tone on there, just boom, wipe it off. Get in there with the correct tonula until we can see all of this here is sort of a lighter skin tone. You see that? And once again, you keep the lines until we're ready not to have lines anymore. Come on. I mean, how hard is that? All right, so I see some this like this shape. I'm looking at sort of right, so there's, you know, a line, diagonal line here. And so this kind of goes here, then it drops off like it, I don't know, what is that? Definitely just, you know, a skosh, a skosh less than half. So here, then we got some dark tones in there. So I want to hit this. I want to make that turn, define that, and get sort of this, right? So there's kind of like that shape right there going. So if we were to clouds in the cloud sky, like just look, what would this look like? Just try to turn it into something. Kind of looks like a this almost looks like a face, right? All right, a head. Here's an eye, right? There's kind of like a nose, sort of like a bit of a nose, or maybe this is like a huge face being pressed there. All right, so try to keep that in mind and try to paint that is what I recommend. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the painting. Now I definitely don't see none of that face there. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no alien face there yet. So since we secured the perimeter, I can, you know, we've kind of got the markers there. So I can go ahead and try to sort of bring that sort of abstract space to life. And this is a song that I wouldn't say I wrote about my daughter, but I would say that I wrote about the times the times that we had together while she was growing up. It's called Everything Is Gonna Be All Right. And the mother, the French feminist mother, thought she was a tough guy and went to court, you know, put put a false address so I wouldn't show up into court, and then like got a judgment against me like it was no problem. Like, oh yeah, that's what we do. The effing white male, right? Let's destroy the family because we're a loser socialist country. And then she moved to the south of France, hoping to cement her, you know, her marriage to the state, because the state wants the woman. You know, it's such a ridiculous, embarrassing, and women fall for it all the time. Oh, the state's going to take care of me because I'm oppressed. You're oppressed, or are you stupid? Are you oppressed, or are you an idiot? Maybe you're just an idiot, and that's your problem. See, women don't like when you tell them that, especially feminists. Maybe your problem is that you're stupid. Easily controlled. I used to sing this song. The state as the man is quite socialistic, but Papa is a daughter's best friend. A free abortion, because they give free abortions here in France to girls up to 15 years old, which is for dad is horrific. A free abortion is a quite completely ballistic, but Papa is a daughter's best friend. Man, this YouTube thing really got me going. Come on, isn't that funny? Talking crap while I'm painting. Talking all of my crap when I'm painting. Yeah, man. I I grew up in a very, traditional socialist, democratic sort of environment. Man, I have my little girl. I turned so right, so far right, so freaking fast. My neck still hurts. Come on, let's give it up. Let's give it up for all the papas in the house. Come on. Hey, you see this line going right there? Yeah. Let's give it up for all the papas in the house. Okay, and so also it's essential to have the coveted flat brush. Do you know what a flat brush is? A flat brush is this round brush somebody stepped on. You see these guys with the on YouTube, they're all into their flat brushes. Flat brushes didn't appear on the scene like until like 100 years ago, man. 150 years ago, maybe. What your flat brushes? So, yes. Okay, cool. And the thing is, you want to just. This is why it's disrespectful to the cartoonists and to the people who draw for a living to be drawing on your painting like a goofball. Drawing is its own discipline. Does this look like I'm drawing? I'm not drawing. I'm throwing tone at the canvas, people. Come on, let's give it up for throwing tone at the canvas. Now, this is Caravaggio style. This is Caravaggio style. This is Rembrandt. Rembrandt was a gunslinger. Zorn. Zorn was a freak of nature, man. Zorn was absolutely a gunslinger. But then guys like Michelangelo, they did a lot of drawing, a lot of prep work. And hey, you know, you want to go to school and spend 50 grand to learn how to draw so you can paint, knock yourself out. That's what those guys did. But like, it's been about 500 years, so we kind of like figured out a few things since then. So yeah, and so because you got a tone, that you want to own, you just get in there. You just get in there and you hit that tone like you own it. And then so we got some, we don't want to hit the whites too late. We want like the darks. And so you kind of already, you do your checking. Oops, I'm in slideshow mode. Ends the show. Okay, so what's great about this is you got a grid. So let's say I want to see where this, oh God, for God's sakes, for Christ's sakes. So I want to see where this here line comes in, right? I want to see where that comes in. It looks like 2.5. Oh, come on, people. Right there at 2.5. Still makes me feel good. Never gets old. So we can see there's, there's a little bit of tone going on there. We go against the form. Look at that. We're modeling. It's coming along. And then so there's sort of like a grayish tone going around here. We got this kind of going. This can lighten up a little bit. This whole thing here is going to be lightened up a little bit. We can just kind of see, we just take a little manuga of black. That's an artistic term. Come on, you see what I'm saying? We get in there with the manugas. We get a little manuga going. Come on. Oh yeah. We're just laying the tones in, and we're keeping the lines. See, and we're keeping that, and so we got this shape there. I'm used to my little 30 by 30 squares. It's fun to paint this big. More manuga. Yes, this is incredibly relaxing. Oops, sorry. I got this. So yeah, you just keep going like that. You just get your get on. You get your get on. And so the whole thing is, right as we get older, we pay the bills, we pay the lights, the education, and it's like, Dad, Ma, we're not cool. And you love your kids, but part of you wants to like hit him in the head and say, hey, I'm cool. Stop pretending I'm not cool. And so this is a way, right? You paint something that they like. Or maybe that just you like. But you paint it, you rock it, then you turn it into an NFT. And so there's this one guy that I follow, Brian Rose, who said that he gave an NFT to his 17-year-old daughter. And he says, I could have given her a Jaguar, and it wouldn't have been as good as this NFT was. He says, I right now I'm the coolest dad that ever walked the face of this earth because I gave her this NFT. So you can paint something, turn it into an NFT, then give it to your son or daughter, and then they can give it to their friends. They're like, well, where'd you get that? Oh man, my ma, my grandma, my dad gave it to me. Your dad created this, and see, it's going to be on the blockchain forever. And not only that, you'll be teaching your loved one about business, because you and about because an NFT, they said, what's an NFT? It's a non-fungible token. That's an NFT? Wrong. That's not an NFT. An NFT, okay, let's get this straight. An NFT is a smart contract. I was reading that this dude almost got scammed because he was working with these people who were trying to gain his trust, and then one person was working with him for free, and they were like going to do this project, and they said, well, can you put this NFT in your wallet as a part of the thing? And it's like, why are you so like hyped on me putting this NFT in my wallet? He didn't understand what all the commotion was about. And then he puts the NFT, he looks in the smart contract, and the smart contract, the NFT they wanted to put in his wallet said, with this NFT, we get to spend whatever ETH is inside the wallet that this NFT exists in. It was in the smart contract. He was like, man, I could have lost millions, and these guys almost, had me. So within the smart contract, you get to create an NFT. That NFT goes on a blockchain, and then your kid, your grandkid, somebody you love is going to, and throughout for the next 1,000 years, is going to be able to receive royalties from the sale of that NFT. Let's hear some Moist guitars. Come on. Do you kill yourself? There's no reason to keep the lines going. Come on. But up there, we'll still keep the lines. Okay, now you're on a search and destroy mission for black. All right? You're on a search and destroy mission for black. All right? So wherever you see black, right? It's around here somewhere. We got some black on a brush. That's where we're going. Come on, let's bring it on. Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Search and destroy mission for for black. Here we go. Come on. Moist guitars in the house. Come on, let's give it up. Words and music by Moist Guitars. Let's give it up, man. Come on. I'm using the monitor. I'm using the monitor to paint. This is pretty weird. No, that's not gonna work. All right. Okay, and I see a reason to be neurotic. I see a reason. I see a reason to be neurotic. Okay, all right. So we're laying it in. We're laying our. All right. So you gotta. We're just gonna. We're not gonna deal with the. We're not gonna deal with the. You know, it almost feels like you're cheating. It's gonna be so easy. So we got maybe about an hour into this painting. I don't know. Okay, and so yeah. Within this NFT world, I'm going to be looking to do some projects, possibly on the Cardano network, and maybe leverage the. I did a portrait of Barack Obama that just like blew the socks off of you know, I thought it would be liberals, right? So I thought like I painted this picture of my man Barack, and oops, and so I thought there'd be like a big, huge, like liberal American United States. Yeah, oh, we miss Barack Obama, but in fact, the biggest comments and the biggest adoration and the biggest like responses in terms of gifts, you know, gifts of hearts and these dramatic responses I would get from people who were straight up from like Africa. And then I thought about it and I was like, wow, so a dude from Kenya became the president of the United States. If I was a Kenyan, if I was from Africa, I'd feel so proud. I'd be like, look where we at now, baby. And so Cardano is making huge inroads into bringing the crypto space to people who are like half of the world is not banked. We're talking about when people getting unbanked. Half the world isn't banked, and so they're going to the people who don't have, you know, who are using minutes on their phone as a form of a currency. The people at Cardano are like making a concerted effort to try to find places that that don't have the advantages that we have of a financial system the way we know it, to bring crypto into. And so I'm going to be moving in that direction to create an NFT and a related course, like how to paint this NFT for that community, to try to turn them on to NFTs and the classical painting method, kind of like the way I was turned on. Oh man. I just realized that I spent all this time playing music that you all couldn't hear. Is that possible? It could be possible. I had see all this music. See, those are the problems that happen, but that's all right. Anyways, so here we are. We're moving right along. So I've been doing claps. I've been playing music. Nobody's been hearing it for the past half an hour. An hour with no music. Oh well. Those things happen. So here we go. Anyways, so we're moving right along. And basically we did the block out and now we're just filling it in. We're just filling it in. We've got our tonal palette down here. Can you see that? Right? So we got a rag going over there. Then we've got our, it's hard to see. This is our canvas right there. This is the mix that's happening. That's kind of like pentatonic scale. And we're just hitting it, baby. We're just hitting it. Where we see the tone, we just own it and we go for it. All right. Let's get the music cranking. All right, so now I got a nice mid-tone going on here. We get our mid-tone, maybe like a little dab, get it nice and loose. And then we see, where's that mid-tone? Oh, looks like it's right there, and it looks like it's right there. We keep our lines going because that's what we like to do. Come on. There's my hand claps. Spend an hour with no hand claps. What kind of crap is that? Anyways, so that's what we do. We just get on in there. We just got on in there. And we try to lean back. You see the shapes. And we just get after it. All right, nice and easy. Get that music blazing. Still wet, that's all right, I can deal with it. And so, right, and then we get our dark tones. We wanna come in there. We try to figure, and so like, all right, we don't want to guess. See that eyebrow? You see this eyebrow? That dark shape right there, can you see? So we want to see, okay, 26 down, 26 down. Oh, come on, people. We're right there. We are right there. Yes, this is going to be the drop of shame. The drop of shame. YouTube can't stop me. Facebook can't stop me. In the great traditions. Yeah, I gotta keep. See, it's coming along ever so slowly, but it's coming along. Let's give it up. You want to stay as loose as you can for as long as you can. You don't want to stay in one place. Like, oh, artists make me want to puke with their, oh, I want to make it. I know, give me a perfectionist and I'll show you somebody who doesn't get shit done. Come on. Oh, I want to make it perfect. No. You hit and go. You hit it and you go. You don't spend your time with your ego trip jerking yourself up. Not in this method. Come on. You hit and run. Oh, I'm going to make it perfect. Yeah, you're going to make it perfect and you're going to not do crap. Spend the next 20 years trying to make something perfect. You hit it. All right, so now with that shape, we got, all right, some light tones coming in here. So we're coming in there, boom. Does that look perfect? No. But we're hitting it. Come in there a little bit. Wherever there's a light tone, there's a light tone there. See, See how this is gray? See how this is kind of like grayish? We're not too concerned about hitting that gray, but if we want to give it a try, we just go ahead and give it a try, you know, because we can do that type of, that's way too dark. So we can bring some light in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And so we're gonna come in there. We're gonna lay in some light gray. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's give it up. Can't believe I spent an hour without my claps. How come nobody told me? Come on, let's get it on. It's blasted. I'll shut up. While you can come closer and see into the dark, just for your eyes, for your eyes. And then, you know, if you got right, so if you just go in there, boom, 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 boom. That's like the lightest light is right there. You just wipe off what it is that's extra, and then you hit it. You come in, boom, 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 boom. Same here, going like that. So you hit it, you hit it, you hit it, you hit it, and then define it with a mid-tone. And I got all kinds of dark tones going on here, so I just dab it off. I'm just loving my, come on, isn't my my mix cam, isn't that stuff going on? I'm loving my mix cam. And so we're gonna come in here, and so I'm generally saying keep the line, and for now, right, we want to get sort of area there, and then this sort of darkness that's coming here about right there, right? But once again, we don't want to be a perfectionist, because you know, if it was up to the engineers in this world, nothing would ever get done. That was a quote from Dan Pena. So yeah, we're just dabbing it in, stick and go, like the greatest, like Muhammad Ali, right? Like the greatest of all time. And you're just doing your preliminary due diligence, right? You're getting to know the shapes. You're just getting in there. You're not trying to be, you know, doing anything, because you don't know where anything is, right? You don't know where anything is. If you knew where everything was, then, you know, you'd have a photograph and not a painting. Come on. So yeah, I still can't believe I spent an hour with no music and no claps. Come on. Oh, well, you know, who else is doing what we're doing? Nobody. We are painting live and jamming while we're painting. You know, all those guys on YouTube with their, I don't belong on YouTube. Now with all these other painter dudes with their classical music and like, oh, look at me with my classical music. Yeah. Well, you think Beethoven? You think Da Vinci would be playing old medieval music? No, he'd be rocking into the latest, man. He'd be dropping NFTs like there was no tomorrow. Okay, that needs to be a little bit lighter. So we're going to do some mixing on the canvas. All right. mixing on the canvas. Come on. It's hard to keep these lines because I'm just attacking. And then so like, yeah, we haven't used this sort of a lower mid. The lower mid's gonna come in about where around the sort of right around here, and then where like about there. What do you see? About there. And then on top of that lower tone is a light tone, right? It goes like that. And once again, you want to try to keep these lines as much as you can, until you have the skill level to sort of, conceptualize the piece on its whole. But for right now, you want to be concentrated on the shapes there within the lineage. Right? And you keep your eyes, you keep squinting your eyes, bring it around, yeah, come on, bring it around. All right, and so it's not just, we're also looking at this, right? This white part, is also has a shape. And you see how it kind of like has a shape. I can see we can even get darker, right? So we're going to get not that dark. Come on. Where's my laughs? Once again, no problem. You just, when in doubt, blur it out, baby. You see how like that white, whatever this thing is, you see how this shape is like, it almost looks like there's, some sort of sea creature, right? There's one eye, chomping on his chin there, right? You see the ding, 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 ding. So, that isn't really that, that isn't in the show. That isn't really that important for the, the subject of the thing, but it's important for like getting that shape of the chin, and so it's just a good idea, right, to try to just give a shout out, because those tentacles or whatever those things are that we just talked about, they're kind of like coming around here, and they kind of like come around there. And so that shape kind of defines the area between his ring finger and his chin, right? And so by defining that, that's kind of like an important part of the whole thing, because he's going to be jamming all manner of stuff into his mouth. All right, and so when in doubt, blur it out. What do we got going here? I just da 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 da, la dee dee da dee da, la da dee. And so yeah, we can kind of bring up this with this mixture. Oops, we're gonna use this brush. With this mixture, we can sort of, there's some sort of light thing going on here, and right, we're just gonna bring that together, whatever's happening there. Yeah, and keep it like nice and loose. You got your tunes playing. So and what did I say? What am I trying to say? So that ring is important, right? Because you know the history, but with this guy and his pedophile wife. Anyways, so yeah, I gotta remember to keep my hand away from the thing. So yeah, we just get in there, man. You just get in there, and you got your tone, you got the right skin tone. You just find out where the rest of that skin tone is, then you hit it. And like I said, keep your lines until you're confident of your shapes, and then you know there'll be if you're into this type of thing and you do it a lot, you won't need the lines. You know, the whole canvas will be your your thing. And so yeah, man, then we come on in. We got sort of a lighter tone there, lighter sort of flesh tone coming in here. Then we've got a lighter tone coming right under here. I'm going to give myself good old titanium white. Let's give it up for titanium white. And we keep it as loose as we can for as long as we can, and we keep there's a beauty to the relationship you have with a big brush, because you can get in there and you can do just amazing things with a large brush once you this is not synthetic. This is hog hair, I think, and so you get like this vocabulary with a big brush, and so you try to keep your big brush thing going, and you have to understand that as you paint, your focus is going to. That's why it's good to have these lines for if you're beginning, because you're going to get into the painting and you're going to lose perspective. And so you see this all the time, you know, on Instagram, artists who just like, come on. You can see that, like, I saw this in Hillary Clinton's portrait. The artist was like, oh, I'm going to make it perfect. I'm going to make it perfect. And just totally dove into her portrait. Like, so I want to define that. So I'm going to on here, this is right. So this is 29, 28, those two lines. 28, oh, come on, people. Right? And once again, you just want to you just keep it very loose, because you don't know where anything is. And that's a beautiful thing. Because it's like making love to a woman, okay? You're getting to know her. You're getting to explore the wonder of the feminine. Well, now you are exploring the wonder of the canvas. All right. You are so beautiful. Come on, sing it in your head for me. You are to me. Oh, it just stopped there for a second. What's going on? Neil Young. What happened to you, Neil? Your craziness. Being all crazy. Okay, so I want to show you what I'm seeing here. And so it's all you. I call it, you know, I call it getting, you know, oops, sorry, all of my, all of my, I'm using hotkeys to for all my effects, and sometimes they show up there. Anyway, so okay, so slideshow. So God bless it. Current slide. Okay, so you see how this almost looks like a cartoon rabbit. Like there's an ear. Here's like the funny like rabbit lips, and this is kind of like a rabbit looking up that way. You know, if you were to you see, or like some sort of, you know, goofy cartoon animal. You see that? So squint your eyes, and there's kind of like a, you know, this is like an ear almost. All right. So I'm looking at my painting, and I don't see the cartoon rabbit. All right. And then there's this shape here that almost looks like a like wings, like a bird flying. I don't see no bird there. All right. So I wanna now try to, and as you get, oops, God damn it. All right, get out of there. So many things to remember. All right, so so as you begin to get into the painting, right, you're going to have this sort of conversation, this sort of relationship where these shapes, because it's upside down, okay, you're not painting like foreheads and hair and lips and none of that stuff, right? So now this rabbit that we just talked about kind of has a relationship to this this wing thing here. All right. So now I'm just, you know, working on the rabbit lips there, you know, what we just talked about. And we got some titanium white. Let's give it up for titanium white. Come on. All right. All right. So then I want to create that. Where's that ear, right? So we said that the rabbit had an, okay, it's kind of like the bridge of that nose. Is the ear. So all right, we're gonna hit it with some more titanium white. Let's give it up for titanium white. So yeah, we're going like that. And I got to remember to keep my hand out of the god darn shot. And all right. Yeah, bringing it. So the rabbit's starting to appear there. You see what I'm saying? And so this is just like when you were a kid and you'd look at the clouds in the sky and create something. All right. And so we lose that. And then we lose sort of the ability to imagine. I think that's why like everybody's so, you know, so easily fooled with this whole drama today. Because they can't imagine. They don't have the ability to imagine for themselves. They need someone on the TV to imagine. So okay, here's this, you know, thing, this horrible thing that's happening. It's okay, you know, you got no ability to imagine anything else. You say, okay, whatever. I don't know. But are we getting more of a rabbit? A little bit more of a rabbit there. You see it? See it coming? Yeah, a little bit there, it's coming. Except it looks like we can be a little bit more expressive with the dark tones as they're coming down. Coming down, dark tone. Right? We can go a little bit more like this. And we can be, I think we can be a little bit more expressive like that. Right? And so we're sight-sized. We want to be nice and sight-sized. When in doubt, blur it out. Okay. And so let's start to determine more around here. Let's bring in some darker tones the way we like it. Right? And so what images, what stories can you tell? What stories can you tell? We're going to lay a little bit more brown on there. And so you see, I'm not making strokes, right? I'm not drawing lines. Okay, don't disrespect your cartoonists out there. Don't disrespect your the people who draw for a living. It's an art form, and don't think just because you can paint, you know, oh, I'm an artist, so I got to know how to draw. Well, maybe you got to spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours learning how to draw. Then you're not spending hours and hours learning how to paint. You know, nothing wrong with drawing, nothing wrong with painting. Why do you got to mix the two? You know what I'm saying? Come on. The song you're listening to is called "And Then If You Got Something," you just need to, you know, you just wipe that crap off. You just say, you're done. This song is it's called Going to Maz and May. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of red into the mix. There's not a lot of red here, but this thing is literally about, I don't know, 20 years old. I got this as a free beat, and I can't seem to get rid of it. Come on. It's like the most obnoxious red color you could possibly imagine. Anyways, so we're just going to keep it on the side there. And I want to get some, it's definitely, we're going to actually mix it up with a little bit of there we go. Man, I am loving my, yeah, come on. How cool is that? 3 cameras shoot, people. 3 cameras shoot. And so you don't, you know, so many people are jerking themselves off with this color, like, oh, the color, I don't know, the color, whatever with the color. The truth is, your eye only sees 4%. Only 4% of your eye sees color. Okay, the rod is God because the rod sees tone. 96% of your eye is rod, and I don't mean Rod Stewart. So don't worry about color. Don't worry about color. It's all right. It's all right. It's cool. So I got a sort of a red. Sort of a, you know, I don't know any human being that has this type of red. We're just gonna stick. We wanna like that. We just wanna stick. Say okay. Now, are we in the right place there? Are we throwing red? There's a canvas. Are we in the right place? Well, we can see here, right? We're at the right around 15. Come on, drum roll. Where's my drum roll? No, that's not my drum roll. Where's my drum roll? There's my drum roll. Okay. What do we say? Around 15? Do you see that, people? Oh, you can't see it. I'm sorry. Sorry. You know, it's not easy, right? So right around 15. As you can see, that's way too bright, but it doesn't matter because when in doubt, blur it out, right? So we can bring it down. What matters is it's in the right place. And what matters, it's like, you know, right there, almost like in the right tone. So, okay, where else we got, and that's like the only place we got red. So I just blotched that in there. Still trying to get rid of this. And so, right, so we see a little bit of a, right on top there, like sort of a lighter tone, right? Kind of coming in like that, coming on like that. Right, and so now I got a brush. I got some nice titanium white on there. Oh yeah, doink, 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 doink. So now I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna see where is the titanium white at. Cleavon Little, remember Cleavon Little and Blazing Saddles? Where the white women at? Come on. All right, we're listening to Mary Smith, the beautiful voice of Mary Smith. Mansion on a Hill, people. All right. Too much, too much. That's okay. Too much red. I've got red everywhere now. That's okay. When in doubt, blow it out, baby. When in doubt, blur it out. You know what I'm saying? Right? More look than put. I'm kind of rushing it, you know, because y'all are here. Come on. This is called Dawn of a Golden Age, this song. When in doubt, blur it out, my mouth. When in doubt, blur it out. How we doing? How do you think? What do you think, huh? So I'm getting a nice, I got a nice sort of medium texture with this flat brush. So while the going's good, like your brush will get like, will be having multiple brush asms. It'll be right there. It'll be like the perfect sort of consistency, the right amount of paint will be on there, and then once you get, then say, okay, well, I can run with this, right? And then, you fill in where you need to fill in. And of course, there's, so wherever you see a light spot, there's always a dark that supports it. You never have the lightest light without like the darkest dark surrounding it in some way. It's just the rules of nature. All right, and so there's that. This is sort of like a big. So the light is coming there, right? And so let's bring in the dark. And so I'm getting a nice consistency right now with the brush. So I can go in. See, it doesn't have too much. It's beautiful. Beautiful when it gets like this, and you can, depending on how much pressure you put on the brush, kind of dictates the amount of paint that, and then it's just a beautiful thing, It is like making love to a woman. Come on. Where's my laughs? There it is. There's my laugh track. Okay, you see us building it? You see us building it? Just like if you were looking for a house, exploring a business, right? You don't do everything at once. You do your preliminary due diligence, kind of get in there, kind of figure out what's going on. You check this, you check that, right? This is what we're doing, preliminary due diligence, just getting in there, not making any big moves, right? We're not committing at anything, using a big brush. We're keeping it as loose as we can for as long as we can. And then, right, so there's sort of a lightness that comes here and around. And so, yeah, let's just go and get in there and define that darkness on the edge of town. Get rid of that line. You can. So yeah, man, we're just getting in there, and I'm gonna keep that line for you. I'm just gonna keep, if this was me, there would be no lines. But I think it's good so you can kind of see, right? Like this shape here. Right? This shape right there. It goes, So do we got that shape? Pretty close. But you wouldn't be able to see that shape without the line. And it line ends there. About right? So erase. What else can we? What else can we see? What else can we see while we're like this? So let's go shape hunting, right? So once again, right, that line goes here, and then this kind of looks like I was saying, looks kind of like, you know, wings at the speed of sound. Anybody remember Paul McCartney? So that shape kind of comes up all the way up into there. You see? And so that's why we got the grid to help you sort of just locate location and value, placement and tone, right? Just like anything else in life that's important, location and value, placement and tone. There's a reason why capitalism and realistic painting grew up together, because whenever you're looking for an investment or a house or anything of value, location and value, placement and tone, people. Come on, let's give it up. See any other shapes? You see any other shapes that we could anything else that we could sort of squint? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? What do you see? I think we're doing a pretty good job here of rounding up. Okay, I see like this X here, right? And so those lines, I'm gonna do a Caravaggio. Caravaggio used to love to. So those lines are there. So let's get that X going. Let's get that X going. Right? It's kind of there. It's kind of there. Kind of swings down like this. Right? And it kind of does a thing like that. Sorta. Something like that. A little bit thinner. And it definitely sort of tails off there. I don't know what that's all about there, but we can just take our mid-tone and just oops, we got too much red. What's going on? There we go. Oh man, I'm loving my third cam, people. 3 camera shoot. 3 camera shoot. And then we definitely can go darker. Like right around here, right? That's also close to the light, so there could be, I mean, it looks a lot darker on the canvas here than it does on the television screen. But we're just gonna go a little bit darker because what the heck? Why not, man? And this is a blazing thing off the shoulder there. It's not going to be really seen because he's going to be wearing clothes through the drop. All right. But yeah, wherever there's the lighty light, there is the darky dark. So we got some light going. So we're gonna go like, we're gonna make sure that there blazes, and then we're gonna hit it, right? So we've got that shape right there. That's the dark. We're gonna go in there with dark. Gonna say, I got you. Right? And it actually drifts all the way over there. So you can see that we're a little bit off there. On a lighter level, it's like, oh, come on. What are you doing in there? Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing about oil paints is that son of a good. You can be brutal. Brutal. And just get air done. All right. And then I said, yeah, you'll get to know that when your brush will start having its sort of like it's like it paints itself, right? You know, like you say, okay, I want this done, and your brush goes, okay, man, all right, man, I'll get it done. Right? So like we want to see like this where this shape here, right? Let's go take a look. Oh, I keep doing it. Beginning to erase the thing. So this is like a 14 across, 14 down. 14 across and 14 down. 14, hook and go, 14 down. All right, man, right on. Come on. 14 across, 14 down. We bad. Jam on it. We bad. Really bad. All right. And so, when you get to this point, it looks like you're going to get to a point where, I say keep it upside down for as long as you can. Don't even look at it. So we're not going to look at it right side up until later. But you just keep going, right? And it turns into a meditation after a while. Like you're not even thinking about it. You're just getting in there, right? And you're just correcting mistakes. You're squinting. As you can see, I'm moving back and forth to the canvas, right?
Gosh, Clark, I thought this medicated dick flash.
We've got Flammable Pam in the house. Flammable Pam is on. $1987. This is, I think, about something like that. This music. 1987. One and doubt, blow it out. Okay, so This is the good old Commodore 64 days, man. 18th Street, Head Studios. And the same time that I experienced in it's probably 1988, this song, 88, 87, 88, is the same sort of thing that we're experiencing with crypto right now. The same vibe, the same thing. Bitcoin is like DJ International. Ethereum is like Trax Records. And Cardano is like Head Studios. Come on, let's give it up for that analogy.
That's right.
So once again, you keep it sight-sized. You keep it sight-sized.
You gotta take your time.
All right. And then you just keep laying in the tones, baby. That's all. So I think we're at a point where we're about 2 hours into the painting, right?
Take your time.
2.5 hours, something like that. With me blabbing away. Gene Shu in the house. What's up, my brother? All right, so I think we're gonna end it, right? I'm gonna let this dry, and then I can sort of. So, yeah, with me blabbing, shall we turn it over and see what it looks like? For the hell of it, where's the drum roll? That's not a drum roll. Where's the drum roll? That's not the effing drum roll. Where's my drum roll? There's my drum roll. Are you ready? Here we go. All right, man. Come on. Okay, for some people, this would be. It's gonna be so much fun. There ain't nothing you can do, YouTube. There ain't nothing you can do to stop me. This drop is gonna happen. You can delete my channel, you can delete my videos, but nothing's gonna stop this drop from happening. So this is like 3 hours, with me blabbing away, and the foundation is there. The rough framing is there. All right, the rough framing is there. So from here, then you just get more defined, and then I would say within the next, I don't know, 4 hours from now, maybe 8 hours total, 6 to 8 hours total, this thing is gonna be done. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. Thanks, Gene Shu, Dennis Fisher. Thanks for the comments. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And the drop of shame has begun. All right. And it's only 8:50 my time. I'm having fun. I didn't think this would this would be so much fun. So then after I finish the portrait, I'm gonna bring it down to 30 by 30 square, right? And then I have to paint like I don't know what the next thing is because he's got to have different things going in his mouth, and then he's gonna have different hats. Like I want a MAGA hat, a propeller hat, and then I don't know. I'm just gonna think of the most vulgar, most ridicule, vulgarity, and boom, for eternity on the blockchain. All right, people, come here. Thanks for watching. Mm. Let's uh, let's do this again tomorrow, and then I go to the south of France to see my little girl. So thanks for watching. Sorry, the first hour had no background music or anything. All right, so we will talk to you soon. Au revoir.